Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to my 3 Takeaways episode from the Dr. Leslie Shew interview this past Monday. I hope you guys felt for Dr. Leslie when she was going through her story. I mean, she was in her early 20s on 7 to 8 prescription medications. How absurd is that? I mean, I'm 23, not on any prescription medications, thankfully, knock on wood, but I can't imagine taking that many things. And she just kept going to doctor after doctor after doctor, being prescribed medication after medication, but nothing would work for her. So you can imagine the hopeless feeling that she felt when doctors said there really shouldn't be anything wrong with you, but yet she still felt terrible. But now she's at a point after tons of research and listening to her own body, which we'll get more into later. She's at a point where she feels confident enough to be able to control those sorts of things, her health, her thoughts, and to be able to provide that and coach that to other people. But let's get right into my 3 takeaways. Number 1, be self-aware. For me, becoming self-aware is one of the number one things we have to work on to get closer to becoming the best version of ourselves. But becoming self-aware does have a lot of different aspects and realms because, we talked about in the interview about food and about thoughts, mainly about thoughts. But with food, you listen to your body in terms of you eat something and if it makes you feel bad, maybe you shouldn't eat it again. But we got more into thoughts, and I really think there's a big balance in being aware of what you're thinking about, but not overthinking them. And so I asked her what that difference was, and she said, you know what? There's a difference of being aware of your thoughts and obsessing over them. And to me, you can't have a thought and then just just think the same thought over and over again. So it's hard to kind of muddle through this topic because thoughts are so abstract. But to me, being self-aware means taking note of it, not judging it in a positive or a negative way, and just saying how do I react because of that thought? So the way I relate it from this interview is we talked a little bit about meditation. And we talked about how I fight meditation, or she talked about how she fights meditation. And I was like, yeah, I think I fight meditation too, because I think it would be beneficial. But for me, I fight it because I have a hard time staying still. I'm super energetic, always want to be doing things, creating that next thing, doing X, doing Y, doing Z, that being still makes me feel unproductive. And but I'm now self-aware that the reason that I do not want to do it is because when I'm still, I feel unproductive. And realizing that is my thought, it's okay, I shouldn't really feel that way. We all need to be still. We all need to relax and take a little downtime to recharge and to think about what we're thinking. And so I think at least being aware of why I'm not doing it makes me realize, okay, I need to start working on being okay with being still and just being at rest. So that's kind of the difference between, being aware of what you're thinking about and obsessing over what you're thinking about. Number 2, take care of yourself first. She talked about this right at the end, and I actually was going to make it a takeaway first, but then she said it at the end, and I was like, oh, awesome, perfect. She talked about how there's one book that says we experience as much stress in 1 hour, I forget how many years ago, but that people a long time ago used to experience in their entire lifetime, which is absurd. But if you think about how much stress and anxiety and depression there is in our world nowadays, it really makes sense. And we talked about how you can't help others properly first if you haven't helped yourself. You can't give away something that you do not have or possess yourself. And the way that I try to practice this is I try to leave time for myself in the morning every single day. Especially I've made a recommitment to it in 2019. Every morning I try to wake up in enough time that I can read for 30 minutes, grow, learn, develop before I go off and coach fitness classes or do whatever it is that I have to do. Takeaway number 3, listen to your body. And to me, this one is hardest for me to practice myself because thankfully, knock on wood again, I don't have many nutritional problems. So, and that's what I kind of pertain listening to your body most to is food and how that makes your body feel. But she talked about how her body is a walking classroom for her with the food that she tries, with the different feelings that she's having. And that's how she's being able to learn over all these years to experiment on different things on herself. And now when she coaches people, about everything that she recommends to people are things that she's actually probably tried herself. So it's about kind of just listening to your body, being aware of your body, and that way, you can make adjustments as you need to. So again, 3 takeaways. Number 1, be self-aware. A lot of different aspects of it, but make sure that you're being aware of your thoughts and not obsessing over them. Takeaway number 2, take care of yourself first. For me, it's leaving myself time in the morning. Find some point in the day where you can be selfish with your time and use it for yourself, whether it's meditation, fitness. It looks different for every single person, but find what works for you. Number 3 is listen to your body. And again, that can mean different things for every single person. Maybe it's food, maybe it's thoughts, whatever it is. Try to find a way to use your body as a walking classroom to make adjustments as you need to. Happy Thursday, guys. Hope you have an awesome rest of your day.